So we're happy that it is finally a little bit of spring. Today we're going to be talking about this idea, don't hate me because I'm human. What does that mean? Well, just take a breath, enjoy the scenery, and we'll see you on the other side. If you're lucky, you'll see a rat come out in the back. Not lucky, gross, but this is life here out on the cow farm. So my name is Jill, and I'm trying something a little bit different. It's the only time not super windy is first thing in the morning. So the sun is rising. You just saw a little bit of our morning walk. My dog Freedom is over there because we're outside, so this is his opportunity to get as far away from me as possible since we're a little enclosed when we sit in the tiny trailer. But I wanted to talk about this idea, and I also want to slow down, is I made the title, Don't Hate Me Because I'm Human, and I'm trying to find a better way to say that. And I think, everything that I've been doing in my life has really been trying to avoid being human, and yet at the same time how to survive as human on earth. And when I boiled everything down the other day, that was really the core thing that started me on this 40 plus year journey, although I think I came out of the womb trying to learn, was how to survive as a human on earth. And I know that may sound weird, but for me, that's the struggle, how to be here. It's not what is the truth. It's not how to be spiritual, how to be a soul, how to have integrity, how to do all these other things. My hardcore lesson was how to survive as human. And it took me on a wild journey over an immense amount of time. And these last few years, I've been struggling with how to bring that. Oh, there's my dog. This is the only thing he likes. How to bring what I found in a way that was coherent and concise, but not about me, but more as solutions for you. And this last year, I've spent a tremendous amount of work kind of boiling all those things down. And in the last 6 months, really pulling together this primal human training. I was calling it Primal Heart. But I see, a couple things happening. I see a lot of instability and uncertainty out in the world. I see a lot of people going crazy. And I also, at the same time, have been out of the system so long now, I had no idea that the amount of effect it would have on me and the transformation. Because, every time you think you know everything, something else happens and you figure out everything you didn't know. If you're wise, you will realize as you get older, you know less and not more. And so part of what this journey has taught me is that we're trying really hard. It's snake season, so I'm trying to keep my eyes out. we're trying really hard to get to these complex, sophisticated, global truths. But it's been at the expense of how to actually live our lives in a way that really embraces who we are as humans. And so, you know, I titled this "Don't Hate Me Because I'm Human," because what really struck me this morning is that this journey for me, and what I'm trying to share with you, is how to fall in love with being human, maybe for the first time or maybe all over again. And I think that the secret, what I've learned, is it's reconnecting. It's reconnecting with ourselves. It's reconnecting with God, or whatever you call, you know, the intelligence that created everything. It's reconnecting with nature, with the earth, and it's reconnecting with each other. And I think what I observe happening is we've reduced connection to try to be that people, face-to-face people connection, that's supposed to be enough. And at the same time, there are epic numbers of lonely people, of social isolation. They're identifying social isolation now as the #1 health problem, worse than smoking or sitting, which are the two things that they've talked a lot about. In our attempts to be more connected in a virtual world, we're losing the ability to connect to the world. And one of the things I've found is there's a big difference between, you know, do I like people? Because that's what everyone says. I don't like people anymore. And what does it mean to be human? And human at our core is connection to everything. And what I found, you know, accidentally, was that connection, and that it takes the edge off of everything, and it, I believe, is the solution for everything. And, you know, the thrust of this channel has gone all over the place, and lately I've been talking about, you know, the end of the world as we know it. I've been talking a lot about survival as a very practical thing, because that is how I spend most of my physical time, is how to survive, because I've moved out of the system so far. Practical survival has become very real for me, and something that I'm also trying to share and communicate, because I think that we're facing an incredibly unstable and uncertain world, and it's our fear that's driving a lot of this insanity. And so it's not that I'm not going to stop talking about that stuff, but I learned some things about what happens when we do talk about it from a fearful place. And so I'll be talking about that in a different video. But this video, I'm just trying to reestablish how I want to make the videos. I've been off of line for a little bit because I've had one of those, you know, everything that could go wrong did go wrong. The trailer, the cars, the cows, everything kind of has been imploding this last week. So I've been spending a lot of time in my survival mode at a very practical level. But I'm not happy with the way the videos have been going, and I want to find my rhythm. And about the only thing I know to be true is that I like the outside stuff, and it's almost never not windy. So we're trying a new thing. We're trying it first thing in the morning, so the sun is bright and it's in my eyes, and I know that doesn't make for a great picture, but we're mostly just trying to share in a moment and one idea, one video, one idea. And so that one idea that I wanted to share with you today is what just was kind of like a light bulb, is that I think at the core of what I'm trying to do is to get this idea across about how to fall in love with being human. And is that something that resonates with you? And I understand it won't resonate with most people because, you know, less than 1% of the people are actually interested in these kinds of ideas and doing the work. So I'm not making these videos for most of you. I'm making these videos for the few that really can hear what the underlying message to that is that we have the ability to be so much more. And now more than ever, the world needs people who can hold their calm in the storm. Not to be excited about what's going wrong, but willing to do the work to move us across this transitional period. And I personally believe the solution, the way to survive into what's happening now, isn't in artificial intelligence. It's not in complicated strategies. It's not in attacking, all the systems out in the world and blaming everybody else. I believe the solution lies within, and that within is at the core of what it means to be human. And as human, how we are reconnecting, how we're remembering who we were born to be as human, and our connection with all that is, with God, with nature, with animals, with the earth, and with each other. And I actually think that the last place and the last piece is with each other. I think the key is to do the connecting within yourself and with everything else before we try to connect as humans again, because I just think that we're expecting too much from each other, and it's time to take a look in the mirror and figure out what we can do within ourselves first. And I think that will be the strongest place to stand, no matter how unstable and crazy this world gets. So that's our little thought for the day. You can find more over at 18 Crossroad, where we really are diving into what it means to be human at a very practical daily level. I'm getting super clear on how to present all that, and so for right now, membership is at half price. Anybody who joins now will have their membership returned to a one-year status when I get the whole program complete. So whenever you join up until its completion point, that's when your one-year membership will begin. So you will get more than a year at half price, and I have to warn you, it's not information about me, it's all about you. So it's for the tiny, less than 1% who really want to dive in and do the work. And remember, so that you can fall in love with being human all over again. And with that, we're going to take a deep breath, and we're going to see you next time. Come here, good boy. Do you want to say goodbye? Do you want to say goodbye? Bye. See you next time. He never gets tired of this.